What up, my fellow comic book readers? Guys, I just finished reading the last of my free comic books that I got from Free Comic Book Day. I got 16 in total. And I'm going to give you a quick little rundown from least favorite to favorite. But before I do that, I want to say shout out to all the companies that participated in this, whether you're a local comic book store or the companies that produced and the authors that wrote and the storytellers that wrote. I much love to all y'all. Even the stuff that I didn't like, that's just my personal opinion. And I'm sure there's somebody or people out there that did like it. So I really appreciate everybody that participated in that. But with that being said, there has to be a least favorite. And my least favorite of the 16 that I got was this one. And more specifically, Enigma Town. It just was not for me. Snow Monkey was a story about I think she's in high school and her dad's a bad guy. And she's starting the new high school and just, starting out as like a vigilante within the high school, but it's kind of like a precursor to that, right? And then Something Beyond the Petrichor. I can't tell if it's a person talking to a stuffed animal or if the stuffed animal's like really alive or what. I can't tell. The art is somewhere in between. The storytelling is decent. And then Enigma Town, I didn't like the art or the storytelling. Again, my personal opinion, but it just that wasn't for me. My next least favorite was Conan, Scourge of the Serpent. This actually was a pretty decent, like if you're into Conan, this wasn't bad. And it's, setting up for more Conan. Conan's just not for me. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. Conan's not for me. Mega Man, number 14. I don't know what I was expecting. I really liked the Mega Man games growing up. But the story that's in here, again, just wasn't for me. Number 13, Diablo. Diablo 2 is my favorite game of all time. Never going to be a better game. Maybe because I had such crazy high expectations. But this is just like, free preview. It's black and white. There's not really a crazy story being told here. Like, it just didn't grab me. You know what I mean? What's that? We got 16, 15, 14, 13. Diablo was 13. Number 12, we got Monsters. It's about a clown that kind of decides that he's no longer going to be a servant in the clown army or the clown bad guys, whatever. And he works with a vigilante to stop the head guy and becomes the number one bad guy. So Monsters, if you're into that stuff, man, this is probably a pretty good one for you. But the art, the storytelling was decent here. The art just wasn't for me. I'm not really into clowns, So that was 12. I keep counting: 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Number 11, and I know a lot of people were excited about this one, the Energon universe, and this combined Transformers and G.I. Joes. And it was pretty decent. I think if you're into either of those, this would work for you. I personally am not into either of them, so this didn't really work for me. The next one up, we got Marvel Voices, and again, I know a lot of people were excited to get their hands on this one, but it just felt not for me. The first one in there was decent, the whole time travel and stuff, and then it just progressively got a little bit worse for me. Is what it is. Phantom, this one I had no expectations. It was the first one that was given to me at Memory Lane. They only had 2 inside Memory Lane 1 because there was 2 in Memory Lane 1, 2 in Memory Lane 2, and then they had a separate room. They rented out a separate building, so I guess Memory Lane 3 per se, where they were giving out like 20 different comic books or 25 different comic books or whatever. This one I didn't have any crazy expectations, didn't know what I was getting into, but it was a cool little story, and I appreciated that. I probably won't be picking up anything from Phantom, but is what it is. Mighty Nine. I guess I need to go read what is it, Vox Machina or whatever, because I didn't really Vox Machina, because I didn't really know anything about this, but apparently it's pretty big. And then Black Hammer in the back, it shows you like where to get Black Hammer and has a couple of ads for Hellboy and stuff like that. The story wasn't bad, just didn't know a whole lot about what was going on in here, so it didn't jump off the page for me. This one might have been one of my two big surprises. I haven't done Power Rangers since like elementary school. Didn't know anything about VR Trooper, but the story in these, it made me want to give Power Rangers a shot, and also VR Troopers a shot. Pretty good art, pretty good story, and then they get you with the Corgi puppy in there, you know. But this was pretty good, and I'm honestly debating whether I want to give Power Rangers a shot. Next up, Gargoyles. I will say from everything from here, like from Power Rangers forward, everything, it was really tough to go like from that to number one. Number one, there's a two-way tie I have for number one, and they're two that most people probably have up there. I've just, you know, it's Marvel and DC. We'll get there, but Gargoyles was really good. I'm probably going to give Gargoyles a shot. The art, it just really felt like I was reading a 90s cartoon, and I loved it. It didn't feel any different than when I was watching Gargoyles as a kid. So I loved it, and I'm probably going to get more. Next up, Transformers, and I told y'all this is another one that kind of surprised me because I'm not really as a Transformers fan. And shout out to Fanboy Comics, who put their little label right there, Fanboy Comics. There's their address if you're interested. I'm not really a Transformers fan, and the guy at the table was like, "Yo, this was my favorite one of the free comics," because the little Transformer in there, the pin guy. He's like this cocky, egotistical dude, and he's the one telling the story. And he has like a big head, and like everybody just kind of like, okay, loser, whatever, continue your story. So this was actually pretty funny, and made me want to go give Transformers a shot. And I haven't really traditionally been a Transformers fan. Speed Racer, I was really looking forward to reading this one, and it was awesome. It was a quick little spin on Speed Racer. He is not the stereotype good guy in this. He is an illegal street racer, and his younger brother and the monkey Chip or Chum Chum, something like that, are like recording him and doing his social media for him and stuff. But this was cool. I think it comes out in July or June, something like. It comes out soon. I'm gonna be getting Speed Racer because it was a cool little story. And then The Amazing Spider-Man, the Ultimate Universe. It was, man, I'm excited to read what was it? It made me want to go get All New Venom, but the Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. I'm excited for that. I haven't read anything Ultimate. I probably should go read some of the Ultimates. I read a couple of them and I was like, there's so much stuff I need to read. Those aren't really standing out as something I need to read, but Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion seems like it's going to be a great story. So maybe I need to go get that. And then All New Venom, I definitely need to pick up some of that. My tie for number one, we'll show you the Fantastic Four and then the All-In / Absolute Universe. I really felt like both, because this was, two stories in here. It really felt like I was reading a comic book and not like a free preview of a comic book. Great stories, and then I'm excited. I need to dive more into the All-In universe. You guys know I've only been doing this for about a month, man, and I'm gonna do my April wrap up. Even though I started like the first week of April, or maybe the second week of April, reading new comics, so I'm that new. But I think I read like a little over 100 comic books, so I'm gonna do that wrap up. And I'll put as much of it on TikTok as I can, and then the rest of it I'll put on YouTube, and I'll post a link to my YouTube page or whatever. But these were really good. If you got your hands on them, you know what I'm talking about. And I need to read more. I got more Absolute to read, and I need to get more All-In for the DC universe. Great stuff. And then Fantastic Four, man. This is a great little story about the Fantastic Four. They go to an alternate universe, and there's some alien teenagers that summon them in there, and then they have to fight monsters, and the alien teenagers are like, wow, we should do this more often. But great story, and I'm excited for the oversized X-Men, or giant-sized X-Men that's coming out. There was a second story in there about that. But yeah, guys, that was my wrap-up. If you got any, variations of the order, or you have one that you read that, you thought stood out as better than those, man, let me know in the comments. But yeah, guys, keep reading.